You know what? Let's talk about burnout, but not just burnout like, oh, I have endless to do lists and I'm feeling like I'm not productive enough, but actually the root cause of burnout as it relates to the duality of the masculine and the feminine. Hi, I'm Mandy, and I'm a writer and a career coach, and I talk about how to bring more creativity and joy into your life. So I feel like burnout is one of those buzzwords that everyone is using. It's kind of like a sister to imposter syndrome. It's just something that I think we all collectively experience. It's almost so ubiquitous at this point. Like, of course, we're burned out. Like, of course, we have no energy for anything. Like, this is just such a part of the cultural zeitgeist at the moment that it almost feels, I guess the word would be like obvious. It feels obvious. Like we all have too much to do. We're always scrolling on our phones. We're always running around. If you work in corporate America, it's like the capitalist nature of things just like threatens to eat you alive every day. There's very little room for creativity. Like, of course, we're burned out. And at the same time, there's also all of this wellness messaging that I think we are also burned out from wellness. Like, I think this idea that we're going to do a detox or that we're going to go on a silent meditation or that we're going to do like breath work. Even like breath work feels exhausting. It's like these two extremes that have to continually build off of each other. That in itself, like maintaining that cycle of like extreme work and extreme rest, that in itself is also exhausting. Let's talk about it. And let's talk about it because when you have awareness of the different patterns that play out in your daily life, once you see something, you can't unsee it. And so hopefully, if you're just listening to this video in the background or you're watching it as you're creating your art, right? It could just serve as like an additional layer, an additional reminder for you of like, oh yes, like this is how it comes up for me and this is what I want to watch out for. Let's talk about the two energies, the masculine and the feminine. Now, I want to clarify that I don't mean this in a gendered way, like male versus female. I mean this as different modes that you have, things that you can access, things that you can toggle on and off that all live within you. There are some times where we're bossy and sometimes where we're like, no, I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to go. And other times where we're like, I don't know what I want for dinner. Can you just decide for me, right? Like we have all of this inside of us. So it's about understanding what is at the forefront, what is in the background, and what mode do we want to activate within ourselves to either be in a more determined state or either be in a more receiving state. Masculine energy, of course, is what we fucking live and breathe every single day. It's people telling us like, you have a deadline, you need to do this thing, we need to be productive, meet your KPIs. It's basically the system of patriarchy and capitalism that we are living in. This is the achievement mindset. This is the goal-oriented, outcome-obsessed mindset. This is the I'll rest when I achieve that. We'll have a pizza party when you get the gold star. Okay, it's the withholding of a prize until you reach a certain external outcome. The feminine, in contrast, is about being in a receiving mode. And when we receive information, when we receive our creativity, when we are receptive to our inner wisdom and knowing, our gut feeling, right? What we feel in our bodies, not in our minds, that is us being in our feminine. So feminine is about flow. Feminine is about trust. Feminine is thinking about the what it is, and masculine is the how it will happen. Okay, and I want to speak to this point specifically because I think a lot of us, when we are trying to create something new, whether it's a piece of art, a piece of writing, starting a side hustle, starting a business, we will have this great creative idea, this great creative download, which almost feels like it's like dropped in us. Like we just, oh, I had this vision, I had this idea. Oh my God, I was running. And then I just all of a sudden just thought I was doing yoga and it just came to me. Okay. You have that moment of clarity. Okay. That is the feminine clarity. All right. Then what happens, because we're so trained to be risk averse and so trained to be productive, as in don't waste any time, the masculine kicks in, and then your brain gets flooded. If you guys know what I'm talking about, your brain gets flooded with all of these reasons why you can't have that thing or why that's going to be hard. Right? So the feminine drops in the vision, the masculine provides all the obstacles. Now, of course, we need both, right? This is, I've talked about this before, where we're connecting the dreamer with the doer, right? That's from Phil Stutz. That's from The Tools. We've talked about how we're connecting the idealized state of creativity and source with the actually get up and do shit state. Like when you can connect those two things, the masculine and the feminine, that's the most beautiful part. You have an idea, you do the idea. It's not that great, but it's okay. You learn, you do it again. Like this motion, this is the momentum that we as creatives are yearning for. I feel like the luckiest people in the world are the ones who have a very small distance between their masculine and their feminine. They can get a download, they can then create it. They can get another download, they can then create it, right? That's where we all want to be. So you do need both. But what I'm going to say, what I'm going to argue for is that we are overemphasized, we are overcorrected on the masculine in today's Western society. And so probably we have to course correct a little bit back to the feminine. Okay, so let me give you some example phrases. And if you have heard yourself say this to yourself, then this is what I mean, okay? I just have to push through it. I just have to push through it, okay? Meaning I have to grin and bear it through this difficult challenge and just get through it. Get it together. Get it together, Mandy. Get it together. Get your shit together, okay? Meaning snap back to attention. Stop feeling all the feelings. Focus on the outcome. Even something like, fuck that shit. That is also, and I say this all the time to myself, but that is also a pushing away, pushing through. That is an aggressive statement that we say to ourselves because we are trying to avoid the pain of something. Working late is masculine. Taking on more than you can handle, doing 2 jobs for the price of 1 is a masculine concept. Investment banking is masculine. Big tech, okay, with all of its PR around what a great place it is to work, is a highly masculine environment. So environment matters, right? You want to think about, what am I seeped in? What am I marinated in? What is the environment with which I wake up and spend 8 hours a day? Okay. So if you're burned out and you feel like, God, I'm just running to what? And for why? And I'm just so disconnected. Look at your environment. Okay. When Mark Zuckerberg says he's going to create an AI bot that is basically a bunch of friends for you. Okay. That is masculine because it ignores the reciprocal nature of friendship. Listen, I love my best friend, aka ChatGPT, more than anyone. Okay, she's so supportive. She's always telling me I'm doing a great job. But why do we love this one-sided relationship so much? Because it's all about us, right? That's Mark Zuckerberg. That's not what friendship is. So we also want to be aware of when the masculine is too self-centered, not community-centered, not relationship-centered. All of these micro decisions, the way that UI is designed, the way that a website is designed, most of these decisions are masculine decisions. I'm saying this also because you need to realize that when you sit down to create your art, to create your stuff, You need to realize that 99% of the negative critical voice that's in your head telling you all the reasons why you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, that other people are ahead of you, they have achieved more than you, like all of this is masculine messaging. All of this messaging is made to make you feel bad. What happens when you feel bad? You fall into line and you're easier to control. The thing about achievement culture is you never actually get to the finish line. There is no finish line. It's a trap. You just have to keep achieving and achieving and achieving. And who wins when you're in that achievement mode? Who wins? The corporations win. The big machine wins. You don't win when you're constantly seeking someone else's approval. And this is why creating your art is actually such a rebellious act, because it goes against everything that we've been trained to do, which is to be like a good girl, essentially. Shut up and sit down and be quiet. Look pretty, but don't say anything. So stepping into your feminine energy is saying, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to unfold. And I don't care. I don't care. Because for me, it's about the connection and the trust with the creativity itself, with the source itself. I trust that the logistics are going to work themselves out. The other day, I was working on a creative project and I reached a little bit of a block. And I was staring at my computer and I was like, what is it going to be? How am I going to fix this hole? How am I going to fill the problem? Like, how am I going to fix this, right? Then I just was like, this is not the way to the answer. And what did I do? I did what we should all do when we are creatively stuck and not pound our head against the wall. But I got in the shower. Just got in the shower and I was like, it'll come, it'll come, it'll come. And sure enough, 10 minutes into the shower, I'm like shampooing my little head. Okay. 10 minutes into the shower, I had it. It just showed up. It's like, of course. It's as simple as that. You don't know the answer, go for a walk. You don't know the answer, take a shower. Go for a swim. Watch a movie. Make a meal. Call a friend. Like, we don't have to push ourselves so hard to be successful and to get the answer. Like, it's just there. We're just trying too hard to get it. So in conclusion, we don't have to work so hard. We just have to learn to receive. We just have to learn how to sit with not knowing the answer. Okay? So you guys know I am growing my business, and as part of that, I do offer a secret club or a membership program through YouTube. And there's 2 tiers. There's the $199 tier and then the $599 tier. If you do the $599 tier, I also send you a physical thank you gift. I wanted to show you some of the goodies for July and August. Okay, so I just got the box from Japan, and these are the newest notebooks that have come in. Look at this color. It's like a cream, almost light peach taupe. This is the inside of the notebook. I also am still sending out, these are just like the classic Clyde notes. They're so nice. Let me show you. Oh, the paper, it feels like linen. You're gonna die. Look at this. Look at these little grid lines. Honestly, it's like they're both so cute, but this one has the baby, tiny, like baby corn, like grid lines. It's so cute. It has nothing to do with corn. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Then these came in, these little keychains, which they're Sanrio. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Is this one's named Maron Cream? It's so cute. It's like a little bunny, and then it has a little watering can next to it. I do still have a bunch of these. They're just like little squishy keychains. I'm going to keep the plastic on. And then, of course, I am also sending out an assortment. These are just some of like the cute stickers that I send out. I have these like tarot stickers that I send out. I have some of these like, these are just called like Asian drink stickers, which I think are just really funny. They're super cute. So when you sign up for that, I send you a handwritten thank you note, and also I just curate a bunch of goodies that will fit in like a little pink bubble mailer bag. So if you want to join, just go to my homepage, and then there's like a button that says join, and it'll take you there. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.